Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. As promised, this is your second check-in video for your first week. So I wanted to take a little bit of time and look at the all-important course syllabus. So the course syllabus is located, of course, in Blackboard under the course syllabus page. You're going to see some great information in here that you really need to pay attention to. And a lot of it is similar to your other classes. But if you scroll down, you're going to really focus on what the class is about, what the coursework looks like, the course description, all that kind of good stuff. The thing we're going to really concentrate on today is two things: the method of evaluation and grading. So there's a couple of different things you have in this course. Some of it you've already seen in the first week, some of you hadn't. The first thing is your APA presentation. This is going to be a paper and presentation that's worth 25% of your grade. More to come. It's not going to be due till about mid-semester. We're going to talk more about that. There's a couple of chapters in your book that talk about how to write effectively. That's going to be gone over prior to that, so we're going to have that coming up. You can actually see the description of that assignment in the course content section if you want to go ahead and read ahead. That's totally fine. You already have homework, right? Homework for Chapter 1 is already loaded in Module 1, so you're going to have a few homework sessions. There's 10 total throughout the course. Your PPS points is what, of course, you have when you bring to the course your feedback. If your discussion posts look good, like all that kind of stuff, you're not missing assignments. As long as you do that right, you're going to get a good grade on your PPS points, much like your other classes. Discussion boards, there's 10 of them, worth 10% of your grade, so think about this. If you miss some discussion posts, miss half of them, that's going to be 5% of your grade, right? So make sure you keep up with those discussion board posts. And the all-important final exam. We don't have a midterm in this class. The APA presentation and paper acts sort of like a midterm, but your final exam is worth 30% of your grade. Another reminder really quickly, this is a 7-point scale, so an A, in order to get an A in the class, you have to achieve a 93%. Of course, a B is 95%, so keep that in mind as you navigate the course. Do not submit work on past the due date. If it's 48 hours past the due date, it's going to get a 0. If it's 1 day past the due date, it'll have to be 10% off, and that really can add up. So that adds up. Let me move on to the course schedule really quickly. So as we look at the course schedule, of course, the first week is extended. We've already talked about that. Your first couple of things, your discussion board and your responses and your homework, are going to be due next week. The discussion board initial post is due on the 17th. Right, that's a Wednesday. They're always going to be due on a Wednesday. And then your follow-up discussion post is going to be due on Sunday by end of day. I would highly recommend you get that done earlier. Your homework is due that same day, same recommendation. It's going to be due on Sunday end of day, 4/21, but I recommend you get that done earlier as well. Next thing we have, of course, nonverbal and verbal communication. That's going to be coming out in the following week, and I'll have another check-in video to talk about that. So, take a look at the course schedule. It has everything in here all the way from the beginning to the end of the semester. It is subject to change depending on what challenges might come up, but keep that in mind. It's an ever-flowing document, and week by week you can take a look at it. So I just want to issue another reminder. Office hours are again Thursday 8 to 10. If you ever need any help on anything, anytime, happy to help. Just send me an email. We'll follow up. We'll go through that process together. Again, like I said, your research paper rubric instructions are located right here. So if you want to take a look at it, that's your APA presentation and research paper. Again, just a reminder, week 1, we're in that week. Make sure you watch the videos, right? Watch the lecture, which is all important. Watch the 2 videos, and then do your homework, Chapter 1 homework, and then make sure you do your discussion board. I want to say again, your discussion board initial post has to be 200 words, at least 200 words. If it's less than that, you won't get credit for it. You'll get partial credit, and that's not what I want to see. 200 words, your replies have to be at least 50 words, so it has to be substantial. So make sure you count those words, right? And again, it has to be your own words. No copying, pasting. No ChatGPT. It has to be your own words. I know what ChatGPT looks like, so make sure, of course, you're doing it on your own. And I want to point out one more important thing really quickly about this course. Let's take a look at one thing. I'm going to minimize the view really quickly. Over to resources, and like I said, I would minimize the view. you're going to see the Flat World textbook, right? And I'm going to move this again, and then if you scroll down, you're going to see ebook. I'm sure some of you have already looked at it. But once you open that, you're going to see something cool. Your textbook is on Blackboard or on the web. I really like this. Big thing, I can search, I can take a look at anything in the book, pop up, and this is going to be a broad term, but how about communication? Because that's the entire book, right? So tons of resources. I can go, like, what if we talk about APA, which is a certain style we'll look at. You know, there's tons of ways to interact in this book. There's self-study techniques, flashcards, quizzes. You could do all kinds of stuff. So if I go back to the bookshelf, I want to go into chapter 1 and take a look at, let's see, 1.1. And, you know, you're going to see a lot of different things. There's pictures. The cool thing about the textbook online is, and I'd have to find one, there's actually videos in here, which I think are going to be really helpful for all of you. 1 second, let me exit out of that. So sometimes the reader pops open. Let me take that off. But digressing a little bit, there are videos on here, and it'll have like certain videos that'll help you. I'm not sure if we can find any on verbal communication, but you know, there's ways to watch different things online, which I think can be super helpful. So take a look at the online version of this textbook. I really enjoy it. I think it's super helpful. You can actually, if you have a computer that'll read to you, you can highlight and read. See, here you go. There's a video right here, a YouTube video, how to write a great thesis statement. So, you know, there's certain things in this textbook that you're going to get online that you're not going to get in the hard copy or the soft book. So, if you have any questions related to that, just reach out. I'm happy to answer. But going back to the class, of course, make sure you get your work done for this week. You're going to have a discussion post, your follow-up, and, of course, your homework. And if you run into anything you need help with, please reach out. I'm here to help you anytime. This class is supposed to be fun, engaging. We'll work together. It's not going to be super challenging if you get your work done and you give effort. So if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Happy to help in any way. Hope you have a great weekend. Looking forward to next week working together as we navigate the rest of Module 1. Thanks so much.